What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we come over here to Oregon City, Oregon to explore a little bit, but right before we get there we stopped at this viewpoint right next to the freeway. Right here there's a little viewpoint here that we want to check out, kind of obstructed by the trees, but you kind of see the view. And right over there you can see the falls. I think that's the Willamette Falls, which we have seen before. Let me walk this way a little bit, maybe we'll get a better view. Gorgeous view of the Willamette Falls. I used to, every time we passed by here, we always wanted to stop, but we just never did. And I did not know that you could see the falls from here. I thought it was just like a overlook. There is a closer lookout, like right in front of it, that we have been to. I think it was like a year ago when we came over here to explore Oregon City. Interesting falls. It's like an industrial location, you know, so it's always interesting to see. All right, we've come over here to the Willamette Falls to get a closer look. What I was saying is like it's very like an industrial building. I think it was like a paper mill or something. Yeah, there it is. Right here, I think this is like downtown Oregon City. They have a bunch of shops here, but the first thing that we're gonna do is there's a bridge. We want to walk across it, and then we'll come back and explore all this. But they have a bunch of shops here, and parking here, they do have meters, but parking here on the weekend is free, which is really cool. You would think that on the weekends they charge, but no, it's free today. So let's go and explore. So right now we're on Main and 7th Street, and we're gonna go across and walk the bridge. It looks like a nice little town here in Oregon City. It's right next to the Willamette Falls. And then behind me, going straight behind me, there's like an elevator that takes you up to like a little view. I don't know if it's open today, but we're gonna check that out as well on the way back. But right now the sun is beaming, it's nice. See some people kayaking right down there. We are kind of under the bridge right now. There's cars passing by. This beautiful view of the river here. Way back down from the bridge, so we just went a little bit over there under the bridge, across the street, saw the views over here. There's people canoeing, and then you can see the waterfall from the bridge, really nice. Now we're heading back to the little town here, little shops. We're gonna see if we could go into that elevator. I don't know if it's open today, but we're gonna check that out. But it's just right there, that vertical column there. And I think there's a viewpoint up there. It's like an elevator. You'd go up and hopefully get to see a good view, but not sure if it's open today. We're gonna check it out though, and I don't know how much it costs. I don't know if it's free, if it costs a couple of bucks. We'll see. Here it is, the Oregon City Municipal Elevator. So here's some pictures of it over the years, probably of the construction, and they're kind of like the 3D kind of changing frames. Look at this. All these photos. I don't know if it comes out in camera, how it changes. Here are the hours. Here we are at the top. It's like a 360, almost a 360, like a 180 view. So I think right here on the window, etched on the window here, it says Portland. These are the things that you could see probably from this angle. So Portland, just over the horizon that way. Mount St. Helens, on a clear day you can see several Cascade Peaks. That way over there. Mcloughlin Park, which we have been there a couple times. We went there actually a couple months ago. Straight that way. And then Mount Adams. Straight that way. End of the Oregon Trail, which we have done as well, like a year ago. I'll leave the link in the description down below, or the ID card. It's straight this way somewhere. Mcloughlin House. I think it's probably somewhere over here. We gotta check that out. It's like a historic house. I think this is probably the one that my wife is talking about. She was talking about Singer Falls. So these falls once powered Will Singer's flour mill. I think it's somewhere right here. Hey honey, is this the one you're talking about? Singer Falls, yeah. Grand staircase.
Yeah.
And then we gotta check this house too. So I think it's somewhere over here. I can see the stairs right there. And it's cool that they have these little engravings here of what to expect. Like right here, we were just on the arch bridge. The arch bridge is right here and carved here, and then that's where it is right here, right in front. That's really cool. And then Willamette Falls should be right over here. Willamette Falls, because it's right over there. And then all along here, they have pictures, kind of like the ones we saw in the entryway. Exit the little viewpoint here. You come over here to the Mcloughlin Promenade, established in 1851. And so Willamette Falls is that way. We're gonna just walk around a little bit to see what's over there. The Singer Hill and Mcloughlin House is this way. So we're gonna check that out after. But let's go this way first. So this area is known for having a lot of historical houses from like the 1800s. So I hope to see a lot of those type of houses, because my wife and I really love that type of architecture, like old houses with character. So hopefully we get to see it. They're working on one right now. Got this house here. There's a construction going on. We're gonna go on this trail. It's beautiful. It's gonna look very nice in fall. We'll probably have to come back in fall and see how this looks. Say this Keith and Leela Kelly. In 1994, Keith and Leela Kelly were part of a task force of volunteers who wanted to improve the look of the historic Oregon City Promenade and preserve its history and the story it had to tell. In the years to come, Keith and Leela would be responsible for great improvements to the promenade. Every morning during their walk, the two headed down the hill to survey the park and its condition. With them went their tools and a can of solvent for graffiti and a whole lot of ambition. So props to that couple there that kept up cleaned up all the park here in the promenade and kept it in good condition. Oh, this is a filming location for Twilight. I didn't know they filmed something here. What they filmed the security guard chase scene here at the fictitious Grisham Mill. Other scenes were filmed nearby. The Blue Heron Paper Company also featured in William Friedkin's The Haunted, starring Tommy Lee Jones. So the popular movie Twilight has a lot of filming locations here in Oregon and in Washington. We have done a couple of them. I'll leave the link in the ID card right here. Whenever they film something, a filming location, they always have these posters here in Oregon. They have some for the Goonies down on the coast. Beautiful. Look at the leaves already on this tree. Land and earth. This land hears our prayers. Here we have the Paxlu. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but I guess it means the 5 Cayuse men. In 1847, a measles epidemic wiped out half the Cayuse people. In one Cayuse village, there was no one left to bury the dead. That same year, more than 4,000 overland immigrants bound for the Willamette Valley continued intrusions into the Blue Mountain homeland of the Cayuse. Built to enable the salvation of the Cayuse people, the nearby Whitman Mission on the Walla Walla River had become instead an aid station to immigrants. A native man overheard the missionaries planning to take Cayuse lands and poison the Cayuse people before spring. He shared this with the Cayuse people. 9 more Cayuse died of measles in the 24 hours leading up to November 29th. Later that day, a small group of Cayuse men killed missionaries Marcus and Narcisa Whitman and 11 other men. They acted to eradicate the disease among their people, to cease the overland immigration, and to end further deaths resulting from Marcus Whitman's healing, which was ineffective on natives. That is crazy. The U.S. District Court of Oregon indicted all 5 Cayuse men for the murder of Marcus Whitman only. All pleaded innocent. Despite lack of jurisdiction, evidence, eyewitness accounts, and laudable efforts by their defense attorney, they were found guilty. The judge denied motions for a new trial, the right to appeal, and sentenced all 5 with execution. The U.S. Marshal hanged all 5 men. Goodness. Unidentified men buried the 5 Cayuse in unmarked graves. The location of their graves is still unknown. Their descendants continue to search for them. History is always so fascinating. That story is sad. It's crazy that missionary people were doing that kind of like poisoning the Cayuse people. I might be butchering that name, I'm sorry. To stop that from happening, they killed the 2 people responsible for poisoning them, other people, and they ended up getting sentenced to death, basically. Execution. Right, so we went basically all the way to the edge of this trail here that led us back to the Willamette Falls, basically. It has a staircase, you could go down there to where we were before this location and see the falls more closer. But we're going to start heading back and going the other direction past the elevator viewpoint and then going and seeing they have a little waterfall, I think, and then have like the Mcloughlin House. So, and check that out. I think we found the smallest bench. I mean, it looks like a bench, but it also looks like a rocking chair. It's more likely a rocking chair, but the material, the wood, makes it look like a bench. Desi doesn't want to get up. Come on, Desi. Gotta go. We gotta go. Gotta keep exploring. Come on. It looks like it's actually gonna break soon. The legs are like bended. All right, come on. All right, we gotta hurry up. Wifey's ahead of us because she has to go to the bathroom. I'm not sure where we're gonna find a bathroom. Oh, she went this way now. Head to the neighborhood, Desi. Be careful. This looks like the New York type of apartments where they have those stairs in case of an emergency or fire. Here at the viewpoint. We're in search of a bathroom though. I don't know where there's gonna be. Whoa. But here's some downtown attractions. So we did this one, Arch Bridge. We did this one last year. We just did this one. We did this one today again. We're doing the Mcloughlin Promenade. I didn't see that guy though. Did I? Or Museum of the Oregon Cirty. Okay, let's go. Oh, hey, hey.
No.
It's an interesting one.
This is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This would be really cool.
This is a very interesting public restroom here. It's kind of like closed and kind of open. You can see all the little vents, I guess you would call them. I don't know what you would call them. Openings there. It's not a porta potty, but it's also not a full restroom. It's like a portable public restroom, I guess. And then over here they have the Enjoy and Explore Oregon City. More stuff of what you could do here. Like I said, we did this one last year. We did this one earlier today. We just did this one right here, which we're right outside of right now. Yeah. And then we got all these historical houses to see. And then we saw the Willamette Falls. They got also a little sink here. And a little dryer. That's pretty cool. Something unique. A public restroom that is like between a porta potty and a regular restroom. Alright, let's continue exploring. I think we're gonna go back up and then go to the sidewalk to go to like the waterfalls and then the Mcloughlin House.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Instead of taking the elevator, we're gonna take the stairs this time because it has like its own little path, own little trail here. It looks beautiful. That waterfall. I wonder if we could see it from the bottom. I think we can. I think there's probably a way down there somehow. But they have this little waterfall as well here. And then they got this staircase. You could go that way, or you could go to this tunnel and up those stairs. And I think it leads to the Mcloughlin House. It has to, because the map pointed this way, so it has to be this way. But yeah, that staircase was really beautiful. It's gonna be amazing in fall, the peak of fall. But I think we're gonna go try to find the Mcloughlin House. And you can see this, the Mcloughlin Historical District. So Probably a bunch of historic houses over here. But I want to see where that house is at. Might be this one, honestly. It might just be this one right across the street. So actually going to this tunnel, I think it leads us right to the house. So instead of crossing the street, we're gonna go through here. Here it is, the Mcloughlin House. Look at that fountain. It's pretty. I'm assuming that McLaughlin is named after his family. I'm thinking that this is the front of the house, or it could also be the back of the house. I don't know, but this is gorgeous. Oh, I think I see a plaque over there. Can I go read it? But yeah, I wonder how many rooms it has. Probably like 5. Good size house. Love the fountain right here. Over here they got this cannon. Very beautiful historic house, the Mcloughlin House here. We're gonna walk around actually the other side and go read that plaque. Does it come on? And there seems to be like 4 or 5 more, or maybe even more, houses, historic houses from like the 1800s. Gonna check those out. Hopefully we know how to get there. Okay, and here is the front of the house, I believe. Mcloughlin House. Mcloughlin House Unit. There's actually hours where you could, oh, the train. There's actually hours where you could come in here, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Let's see the stone, this plaque here, the Mcloughlin House in the city he founded. In this house that he built lived Dr. John Mcloughlin, 1846 to 1857. Is this their grave? This just might be their grave or something. Yeah, Jordan or John, Dr. John Mcloughlin. And I can't read the other one. Carrie, Margaret McLaughlin and Dr. John McLaughlin. The grave is here. I don't know if it's exactly here or they just have these like memorial stones. That's interesting. And here is the Barclay House. It's actually one of the other historic houses that I saw on the map. National Historic Site, welcome, gift shop. But right now, it is closed. But it is open Friday and Saturday as well, just like the Mcloughlin House from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So I think it's just open Friday and Saturdays. Let's read about Dr. Forbes Barclay. Dr. Forbes Barclay left Scotland in 1839 for Fort Vancouver, Washington, where he became chief physician for Hudson's Bay Company. He moved to Oregon City in 1850, where he practiced medicine for many years. He was one of the Oregon City's early mayors and councilmen for 9 years, coroner for 18 years, and superintendent of the first public school for 15 years. Wow. And he lived from 1812 to 1873. And this was his house. Man, he had a life. He did a lot of stuff. And next door is a church. Look at this church. This is called the Victory Church. Beautiful church. You're not passing the church. Another historic house, the Dr. Hugh Mount House. Looks like someone's living in it though. It's probably the only one that someone lives in. Beautiful house though. Gorgeous. So many beautiful homes over here. I love walking down these historic districts. We still got to do Portland's historic district. I don't think we've ever walked there, but Oregon's city's historic district is beautiful so far. They always is. It's because these houses have so much character. They have so much life, you know, because they've been around for hundreds of years. And so nowadays, like the modern homes, I feel like they don't have no character. They're just like, they all look the same in a way. So my wife and I always like to see these homes where are just like beautiful. I mean, check this out. Look at this house right here. That's a little cute house. Yeah, and this is a dead end, so I'm gonna have to go back. But yeah, this is that's a nice house as well. I mean, all the homes here seem to be very beautiful. Whoa, look at that one over there. That's a nice one. I'll probably get a better view of it like next block. Probably we'll walk around it. My wife is already over there, I think, with Desi. But man, that's a nice house. All right, let's go walk to the next block where my wife is at. Go check out the other houses, including that one. It's gorgeous. Very peaceful neighborhood as well. Very quiet. Yeah, if you're ever in Oregon City, Oregon, check these places out. They're all around the same street, all the historic stuff, the end of the trail, the Willamette Falls, the elevator we were just on, this neighborhood. They're all in the same area, so you could like check them off in the same trip. Stop here to the KFC here in Oregon City to get some lunch, or lunch and dinner. We haven't had lunch, but it's almost 5, so I think lunch and dinner. The girls got like chicken, some mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, a biscuit, and I got a spicy chicken sandwich with some nuggets, some fries. We just finished our meal here at KFC in Oregon City. They got this store. Interesting. I don't know what this store is called. Maybe Coin Corner and Hobbies. 7 days a week, 10 to 5. Let's see. just got out of the store, the Coin Corner and Hobbies. So they have a lot of like antique games and toys and magazines and stuff like that. So that was really cool to see. Look, Oregon City Records. Is the record store or closed? Look, they got John Wayne. Main Street Thrift and Vintage. Oh, you were. Got all these records, $3 to $5. We just got out of the store called Oregon City Records, I believe. They have records, but they also have clothing. And I found this camera bag that my wife got me. It was $4. That's a steal. And I've actually needed one because I usually just carry my main camera like with the strap. And here in Oregon, it's gonna start raining, and I always have to cover it or try to, you know, have an umbrella on. So it's gonna be really nice to have this bag. Just put it in there when it starts raining and have it covered and secured. Oregon City Records. Wifey got a couple things too. Not just records, but also clothing. They have some out here. They have a bunch in there. What was that? Yeah, the prices are very reasonable.
It's like 5 to 7, 15 the most.
Yeah. So they're not expensive as your usual thrift store. Some of the thrift stores nowadays are like $20 for a shirt. So, really nice store here. All right, so put my camera in there, and it fits perfectly. The problem that I used to have with camera bags is that it would always be it wouldn't be deep enough for the microphone to fit in there. But now this one fits perfectly. It has pockets. Thanks to wifey for this. It was $4 just randomly sitting there. It's probably the only bag that got lucky. All right, let's get to our next location. I remembered incorrectly. So I thought it was just down the street from Oregon City, the little town we wanted to explore, which we are now here. It was actually about 15 minutes away in Mcloughlin. So it's no longer Oregon City. But it's okay, we're here now. We're gonna explore here, this little town. They have a waterfront over here, so we're gonna check that waterfront out. Ooh, the sun is really bright right now. We're gonna check out the waterfront right here. Looks really nice. I'm not exactly sure if this is a park or just a waterfront. I think this park is probably very popular for like going on your jet skis and your canoes, and you know, there's a big boat ramp right here. Big boat ramp that takes you out there. But man, look at this. This is beautiful. Wow. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at those houses up there. Had a magnificent view, even those apartments right over there. It was just a nice little waterfront here with a boat ramp. People are kayaking or going on jet skis and stuff. It's really, really pretty. But now we're gonna go across the street to explore. There's like a store that's called Things from Another World that we want to see. Look at that car. We're arriving here to this store called Things from Another World. Let's check this out. I think they close at 7. But it's kind of like games and stuff. Okay, just got out of here of the things from another world. So it's just basically a bunch of comic books and stuff like that, like superheroes and stuff like that. So I for some reason thought it was like things from another world, like an oddity store, like maybe aliens or something like that. I mean, I guess it's still things from another world, you know, superheroes and comic books and all that stuff. But it's still a cool store, especially if you enjoy comic books. There's a lot of them in there. Like probably have tons and tons, hundreds and hundreds of comic books. They also have, I guess, one across the street right there, something comics. It's another comic store. I think that one's probably closed. Wonder what this is right here. Oh, this looked interesting. Unfortunately, I think, yep, it's closed. All the lights are off, but this would have been cool to look at. So I don't know what time they close here, and this store is called Collector's Mall. This would have been really cool to see. Just gonna walk around. We're probably gonna check out Wonderland. It's an arcade, a 5-cent arcade. You pay 5 cents every game to play. We might go in there if it's still open and let Desi play for a little bit. We'll see. Ooh, this I don't know if there's a cinema. They have movie posters here. And look at these creatures here in the window. Oh, this would look cool at night, but I can't even see the... Yeah, they got these movie posters from Fight Club. It's like an anime. Black Hammer 45, Polar the Kaiser Falls. Here's Wonderland, 5 cents a game, but I believe they do charge like an admission fee. But after that, you pay 5 cents a game. And I think this one has a movie theater as well. Oh, look, they're playing Beetlejuice, of course. They decided to come in here. It was $2.50, I believe, a person. And then 5 cents each game or so. We got her like a $5 card. We're coming here. Inside Wonderland, it is Hayaka's Revenge. Mini golf adventure. They also have mini golf. We've got popcorn, icy. There's the arcade there. What just happened? 2 nickels. Oh, 5 tickets. Break the bank. Terminator. These are a scam. Desi's playing her last games here. And then we're gonna head home. I am tired. It's about to be 7 o'clock. It's Sunday, so back to work tomorrow. But we had a great time exploring Oregon City and then coming over here to Mcloughlin. I really thought it was right next to Oregon City. I thought this place was like 5 minutes away. It ended up being 16 minutes away in a whole different city. But it's still fun. We had a great time exploring. We always love to explore, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and consider subscribing if you haven't subscribed yet. And I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.